here, ladies and gentlemen, we have another clock radio. I guess it's what you could call this, although that's really not what it is. This is actually one of those over-counter things. But it's manufactured by Sony, and I thought that was a little weird, because usually when you see these, they're GEs or Realistics or things like that. I can't say that I've ever seen one that had a Sony brand on it, but here one is. Now, what do you suppose the model number is on this? Because I actually don't know. And you know what? I guess we might never know. And also, something that I just noticed, you can see, it looks like there used to be a sticker here. That's probably where that information was. So, oh well, I guess we'll never know what the model is. I wouldn't have even picked this thing up if it were not for the cool vacuum fluorescent display. Which is a little on the dim side, but not too bad. Of course, like all of these things, it's got a timer feature, which functions with a switched outlet. This actually has two outlets on it, one of which is unswitched. But this would be for something like a coffee maker. Would be a good example for usage for that. A coffee maker, or some other kind of appliance that makes things. You set it to turn on at the beginning of the day when you wake up and you get a nice pot of coffee when you get up. Of course, it's got the clock set. There's an off time for setting the off time. You see that there. It's actually red, which is pretty neat. Same thing with the on. I don't know how this works, because it's got a timer set functionality, and I've tried setting it with these, but every time I go to hit the timer on, it just goes right back to where it was, which is a little weird. Of course, there's the manual in use. You can kind of maybe hear the relay click. But you can really hear the relay click when you do it like that. But the other interesting thing that it's got is a countdown feature. Take a listen. Listen to that. Almost sounds like a security alarm or something. So I guess the last thing to do would be to have a listen to the radio. I'm going to flip it upside down because of course the speaker's on the bottom, and I'm sure that you'd like to hear it. So, turn on the radio, which is on. You can see the light there indicating the band. Turn that up a little bit. It does have a little bit of a scratchy control, but it's not too bad. And we'll band scan.
Pour vous avec son forfait soupe et
A little bit of dirt there.
Just share two or three of them with you. First of all,
Some dirt there too. Lots of dirt.
as long as the phone feels right.
Okay, let's switch it to AM. And again, this is probably not going to pick up much.
Prior, but also on the fact that these teams are different in a lot of
Interesting, there's distant reception at this time of day. A couple of things are coming in.
Here in our lives, since we all talk about FQ is one thing, but for people...
Sorry for the ice maker. That's pretty much it for that. So there is your Sony unknown model clock, radio, overhead counter thing. I don't know. I think it would look good right there, don't you think? Not that I'm going to install it there, though. Thank you for watching, and if you've got any comments, feel free to leave them below.